When I first started my honors thesis project, I didn't know where to begin. I knew I wanted to focus on how consumer behavior affects world issues, but there are so many big issues. Energy, the environment, our health, I could go on. Then I realized what ties all these issues together is their solution. Change. A change in the individual's behavior. This is my focus. How to change consumer behavior. I believe one effective method to foster change is by instilling healthy habits in children through early education. Plus, early education could spread learning to older generations. For a few months, I shadowed Columbus, Ohio nonprofit Local Matters to observe their methods of implementing change in young children. Could you tell me what is Local Matters?
Local Matters works to increase education and also access about healthy food, starting with young children all the way through adults.
Can you tell me about what programs Local Matters teaches?
Local Matters has 3 large programs. The Local Food to School program, we have the Food is Elementary program, the Outdoor Learning Environments, and the Food Ecology program.
Teaching children and families how to grow their own food, where it comes from.
The second program that we operate is something that's called Healthful Food Access.
And that's more of the larger scale gardening projects. And then the third major program that we have through Local Matters is the Farm to Fork program. We try to connect local growers with consumers.
So we've got Ohio farmers, we have schools, students, parents, families, children, the general community, all being involved in a series of different programs based on food. Food affects everyone. It's everywhere. It's something that everyone experiences every day for their life. And so it's something that connects all of us.
Yeah, we added lots and lots of
Food. What is the Food is Elementary program?
Food is Elementary is a program working with children aged preschool through 2nd grade. There are 28 lessons throughout the year where children are learning about healthy foods and also healthy living.
Let's see. So we have like a yellowish orangish squash. What kind of vitamins would be in that? What do you think? What do you think, Mia? A and C, absolutely.
The curriculum focuses on plant-based recipes, no animal products, because it's low allergen, it's really safe, and we don't have to worry about foodborne illnesses. But most importantly, the fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and plant proteins are lacking in the standard American diet, especially the diets of young people.
Currently, it's 1 in 2 of every African American or Hispanic child will have type 2 diabetes in their lifetime. It's 1 in 3 for every other child. This is the first generation that is estimated to live 10 years less than their parents. And while Food is Elementary is a fun program, what drives us as staff, the reality that there are a lot of health-related problems that can be changed by food.
And when you put rice in one hand and beans in the other, do it with me, guys, and you slap them together, you show your muscles, because it makes a complete protein, right? That sustains your body and helps you build strong muscle in a really healthy manner.
We know through all of our research that working with children at an early age, sharing all this information, and also being exposed to trying new foods is an important way to keep them engaged for the rest of their life. Not one lesson, which is a big surprise even to myself, not one lesson have the kids refuse the foods. It's been pretty amazing. They try everything. We even have one lesson that's just on greens, and children eat raw greens. They have much more of a curious nature, and they're open to learning new things. And so we know that through hands-on and through them being involved and having it be an engaging curriculum, it's a good time to reach them.
What does a typical lesson include?
We review what we've done the week before. We talk about what foods go on what spots in the food pyramid. We introduce the lesson, introduce the geography element, the recipe, the ingredients.
And then we also have a literacy part of it. We have a book or music or writing, art.
We move to the tables where they wash their hands. We have little bowls of water and they sing a hand washing song.
Yeah.
eating.
Then we're ready to get started on them doing their food prep, which could be tearing, cutting, chopping, mixing, stirring, measuring, counting. And then after they get done, the fun thing is that they get to actually eat it. So we try to incorporate all of their senses. We encourage them to look at it and smell it and taste it and touch it and what's the texture of it.
I got myself a burger.
Those are all vegetables.
I got myself a burger.
As I shadowed the Food is Elementary program, I noticed that Local Matters does more than educate the children. Local Matters builds a community of support for their program and goals.
We do not do any advertising and we don't do outreach to the schools. So it works best when the parents reach out to us. We really wanted there to be as much community ownership of the program as possible.
The support that I have felt has just been tremendous. We make sure to connect with parents as much as we can. We talk with the parents regularly. We send home newsletters once a week. We, on the back of each newsletter, will have the recipe so that the parents can then try the recipe at home.
I'm truly thankful.
I wasn't preparing certain foods because I didn't think my kids would eat it. And then when he tells me, can we have this? It's really making an impact on my family. I was volunteering on a weekly basis and then ended up asking if they had any jobs with the program because I thought it was so wonderful. You can volunteer from the website. They send home flyers from the kids' classes.
Do you have any opinions on what the strengths of the program are?
The group mentality of everyone kind of doing it together. It makes it a little bit better, better than mom and dad like pushing you to try something.
They're even bringing a lot of the knowledge from the classrooms to the adults as well, creating healthy living groups, because of course if you don't also have that with the parents, then it's only going to go so far.
How important do you think a program like this is for children?
In this day and age, it's hugely important. I mean, health and nutrition has went out the window, and we have everybody to blame for that. We have us as the parents to blame, healthcare professionals, doctors, blame the companies that make the food. I think everyone has a part in the problem, so everybody should have a part in the solution.
Would you like to see more programs like this instilled in more schools?
And not just at the K-1 level, 5th and 6th graders and all of them too.
I wish every school had it. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This program looked and sounded wonderful, but I wanted to know how the most important consumer felt. The tiniest consumer. Do you remember your favorite lesson this year?
Yeah. The hamburgers. Brazilian black beans and the sushi. Kiwi and mango.
Okay, great.
Three Sister casserole. Three Sister soup.
Do you like your burger?
What do you think? I liked it. Good? Yeah. I really actually liked all of it.
Really?
I like all the foods.
And so, what's your favorite part when they come in and teach you? Do you like the music? Do you like the art? Or
All of it.
all of it?
And especially like the food.
The yellow stripe on the food pyramid is oils
And fats.
And do you remember what they taught you about oils and fats?
That you only need a little bit every day.
And what happens if you have too much?
Your blood tubes will get all clogged up and you won't be able to feed.
And they also taught you about grains. They said that sometimes they're white grains and sometimes they're brown grains. Do you remember which ones are better for you?
Brown.
And do you remember why?
With white, they take out all the healthy stuff and just leave the yummy part. And that's how they make the white. And then with the brown, they just pick it and then they start making the bread without taking out any parts.
What does that taste like? Does that taste good?
Sour!
Can you tell me your favorite healthy snack?
I have two. Tofu, strawberries, purple plums. Cucumber.
Do you hope Local Matters comes back next year?
Yes, and I want them to come back next Wednesday, and then Wednesday, then Wednesday, then Wednesday, then Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, soy burgers. 1, 2, 3,
And have you-
veggie burgers. 1, 2, 3, soy burgers. 1, 2, 3, soy burgers.
Very
1, 2,
good.
3, soy burgers.
I have another question. Have you guys ever had soy burgers before?
I don't know, but I have.
Why do you think it's important for other kids to learn this program?
Because they need to learn how to eat healthy. Like, I've seen this show about the fattest person on earth, and no one really wants to be fat. And you could die actually sooner than you would think you could die. And you wouldn't be able to, like, do stuff. You would just have to lay in bed. You won't be able to get up, get your toys and play. Someone else would have to do it for you, and you wouldn't get to play with your friends. I think that Food Matters should come back again, and that's all. Bye-bye.
Further research into programs such as Local Matters Food is Elementary curriculum is imperative for the health of America's youth as well as America's future. One must study how these advocates try to inspire change so that these organizations and other change advocates can improve on their methods. In addition, further research can spread awareness on the real issues facing our nation and the world, issues such as the environment, energy, and health. Children are the future, and with every generation, we hope the future becomes brighter. We hope to offer our children a life and world better than ours and to eventually reach eternal prosperity and happiness for all. With our current situation so grim that experts predict our heaviest children are twice as likely as the thinnest to die by 55. How can we expect our children to better the world? How can we give our children a world so dismal? Thankfully, I believe we can change the future by joining together as a community and educating and instilling positive habits in the young. I have witnessed this through Local Matters. I asked the Local Matters staff, "Can you change everyone?" They answered no, but change is possible and you must try. With the future predictions so dim, I believe we have no choice but to try. And I see in the Indianola K-8 informal children a new generation of hope. While some may doubt the Local Matters Food is Elementary program's effectiveness, one cannot deny the visible and contagious enthusiasm the program has instilled in the children regarding healthy diet and living. And because of the children's clear passion and eagerness, I agree. Change is possible, and we must try.